Hello, I am back. Took a little bit of time, but I'm back. And so I'm not sure if you guys were here. Yeah, violent puncture time. Yeah. But last time I discovered that my gloves suck for doing these kinds of streams. So da 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 Pruitii fingers. And yes, I made these nails. Yee, look at them, they're a butterfly. They're kind of meant to be pretty nails. Anyways, Royal Knight, I did a stream a while back about wanting to do my crafts for my ADHD tried series as like streams, because like one, that sounds fun, and two, you know, sharing the process, you know, and yeah, very thematic, and I like the nails too. I'm so jealous of your nails. Oh, thanks. I've worked hard on making them, and they will probably be changed the next time I stream. I like change them every week. Eventually there will be a nail art video. Eventually, I have it scripted, just haven't sat down and recorded, and that'll be eventually. But yeah, we are coming back to finishing our lovely little Siamese cat. I forgot to turn on the music. I'm smart. But we are here to do this little Siamese cat from this like little tutorial thing that I bought. And what's I'm doing with this tutorial project, I'll make something else. Maybe I'll like, okay, so like I have a couple options on what I could do. Husband actually bought me yarn that is literally Pruitii hair color, like legitimately. So I'm like, maybe I could do me. But then also last stream Theron requested for an Azura. So that's also an option, and also doing the fire emblem is an option. There's a lot of options I got here. But I have plenty of yarn and plenty of fabric too. So we will see how it goes. But we're gonna like I started the cutting on stream, but then I stopped it because it was taking forever and the fuzz was everywhere. But this is how it looks now with a random strand here. Obviously not 100% done cutting. I think these ears are still a bit big, but it's good enough for me to keep punching, you know, with my new punch needle. Yeah, because last stream I used this one. I still have it just in case. And it's fine. It just, there's nothing to grip on really. But I got this new one, and this new one I can adjust. Just not as easy, but I can adjust it. So like I can have differing lengths and stuff for the loops, which is exciting. But yeah, we are gonna get at it. Punch angrily on this side, this little strawberry. Yeah. I've also tried adjusting some things on the side that y'all can't see, but my microphone, originally I had my mic on this tiny little stand, and I just kept like bonking it all of the time, even without like streaming. So I swapped the stands for my ASMR mics and my main one, and we're trying that out and seeing how that works. And yeah, a more ergonomic tool is definitely better to have. Like I want my hands to keep working as I get older, so you know, that's important. I need to angle this a bit more, I think. Boop boop boop. No. Boop 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 boop. There you go. Because like I want to be able to kind of hold it at an angle so you can still sort of see the punches. For the most part, I'm still working through the process. Because honestly, I should just get like a head camera so that you can see whenever I look up a chat. Totally a smart idea. Nope. Oh. Yeah. Back. Also, another thing that we might do this stream, depending on time, but I was talking with some friendos, Jilly, Mango, Elwind, and Vaz and stuff, and they were trying to get me back into playing the rest of the routes for 3 houses, because I have not done that. You know, I've kind of missed out on some, you know, fun stories and whatnot because I haven't played Edelgard and Dimitri's routes because I was a dum-dum when I first played, and I did Claude and Claude 2.0 with the church. And thinking about it as like a stream sounds like a really fun idea to do, because it would make the situation different enough that I would be invested. And I was talking with husband afterwards, and he was like, why don't you just punch needle the map as you play it? So his idea is that like I would have a punch needle thing all set up here, and use like one color for the good guys at least, and every time that I would move in the game I would do a punch or 2, depending on how much movement happened, and it would kind of make this abstract picture of the map that I play. And honestly, that's actually a pretty neat idea. So to kind of test that out, once this cat is all done, I'm going to get some fabric and kind of test it out with like a Fae map, because that would be pretty neat. I think it would be a really cool idea and might turn out really nice. Who knows? And husband also said I should auction it, but I don't want to auction it. I mean, money is nice, but I don't think people will pay money for that. And I do apologize for those who enjoyed like the sound of the punch last time. This became significantly less taut when I was cutting it, so now it's not gonna have that nice punchy sound, which is sad, so I do apologize. And I know you would, Mango, because you said that already. But still. Yeah, and I'm sorry. The next one, so what I did as a goof, and I learned for next time, is I pre-trimmed the fabric this time around here, because I thought it would look nicer. But doing that makes it so much harder to make it tight again. And it needs to be tight for actually like making it look really good, and 2, getting that punch sound. So next time I'm not going to pre-cut. I'm just going to let the fabric fly, and then we could have the punches. Like, ideally, I'm going to get to that Fae map trial like this stream, and then you'll hear the punch bit more. So, because all we have left is like on the cat here, we have like the strawberry, the white, and then the pink, and so like we got the main stuff done on the cat. And you guys are weird. There we go, that's better. You can still sort of get it, just not as loud. Strawberry, easy peasy, lemony squeezy. Snip, snip. And extra yarn for me to have. All right. It's so fluffy. So fluffy. All right, we're gonna do quick trim of this so that I can do probably the pink next is what I'm thinking. Yeah, looking at this, it's the pink. having the fingers tips cut off on these gloves is so much easier to do shit with. 10 out of 10 would recommend to anybody anonymously trying to stream crafts and don't want to show off their hands except for their nails. The nails, yeah, the nails. I mean, I would love to, like, if this is successful and I get a better camera setup here, I would love to stream some of my nail art stuff. It's just, my current setup takes a lot of space, and I need a lot of space for my nail stuff, so, yeah. Because, okay, y'all will be in a little secret. So, for my ADHD Made Me Try series, I've got essentially 4 videos planned for it, just not actually executed. Turning you down a bit, music. So one of them is impasto painting, which I did so long ago, and I have recorded, just, I need to edit it. So that'll be one. The next one would be then nail art of me, like, actually learning how to do shit like this. And then, I don't know which will come first, the punch needling or nail art part 2. Because I want to learn how to design nail art based off of character designs. Like, this was my first real attempt at doing that. To kind of evoke Pruitii, but not be Pruitii, you know? Like, something subtle enough that people would be like, oh my gosh, I love your nails, but also not be like, why is there a character's face on your nail? So here's your little sneak preview of the series when I eventually sit down and record shit again. Woohoo! Someday. Violent. Alright, I'm gonna blow off camera because I don't want to make my pile go whack. Ah! They're sticking to me. Ah, my back. There we go. That's better. I will clean up the fuzz, I guess, later. Alright, strawberry, mostly done. Okay, why did my needle get over way over there? Okay, yeah, let's do the pink next because I think the white is like the biggest thing left. Let's get the fishing line. Cha. It's so much easier trying to thread this when I can use my nails. Eee. Goodbye, scissors. I don't need you right now. Hey, Yarn, no. I literally just was saying how easy this is. Why did you get tingled? This never happens. Yarn! The yarn got tangled, guys. I don't understand how it got tangled, but it got tangled. I mean, technically I need to get this undone anyways because I did it in the wrong order. I need to put the line in first and then the yarn in, but I've never had it tangled. I mean, it's yarn, yeah, but like, I never had it tangled. There we go. Yeah. I remember the order of operations for this. And out the poopy butt. PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Anybody else learn PEMDAS like that? I also learned, shoot, what's the name of the equation? X is equal to negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I don't remember what that equation is called. Fuck. But yeah, that's how I learned that. Totally useful. Totally using math in my everyday life. Totally. Okie dokie. Let's start with the pink. Oh man, this is totally not hot anymore. That's gonna suck. Ah! I have to pull it taut so that I can actually like puncture it. Oh, that's frustrating. The things you learn. You learn from your mistakes. And then you get better. Man, okay, how am I gonna pull this taut as I'm doing that? I feel like I should just fill in this section here and then come back around. And I don't like that little gap there. Better. String. Aaron, no. Yeah, I'm just gonna go around, I think. And then snip it and then move over, I think. Actually, do I need to snip it? I could probably just... Yeah, I think I could just go around a little bit. Yeah, there we go. See, I got it. But now the problem is... I should have done the brown ears at least after I did the pink, I think. Because... I'm hoping, yeah, good. I'm hoping that I don't puncture into the ear and make the ear have a strand of pink. Because that'd be a little silly. That blue is fraying like crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're still good. There's still no pink in the ear. Success? Question mark? Oh fuck, that's gonna be a bitch to do. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys could see it, but there's this tiny little squiggly line right here, where I need to do just a plain loop stitch of the white, which means that has to come after like I fully shape the other side. So that's gonna be a bit difficult. we'll make it work though. I need to trim that rest of that red because it's just flying everywhere. Okay. Be mindful of the squigglies. Be mindful of the squigglies. Would be so much easier to see if I wasn't a goofball and I didn't make this loose. But no, I was a goofball and I made it loose while I was cutting it. Punch, punch. Man, that is getting so loose. Alright. I wonder if when I separate these craft streams, if I need to, like, whenever I finish a part of it, I need to adhere the felt to it. But that would make it so much more difficult to navigate it. Oh, thank you. I like my PNG tuber, but I also am just like, I have the need to remake it entirely. Woohoo! But thank you. I appreciate that you like it. So that makes me happy. Oh my gosh. I regret not making this so tight. Okie dokie. Alright, time to fill in this little spot, and then we're gonna go back to the center. Back to the center. Okay, I gotta take a hand stretch break, because, oh man, I now know the lesson. At least this will be the only one I ever do that on. That feels good. Hand stretches are important, so you should stretch your hands so you don't get carpal tunnel and can do anything you want. Alright, almost done with this pink, which is nice. Did I say I was gonna put the pink in as blush? I think I did. Because there's the spots there. So I'll leave this threaded, and then move down to do that. Okay. We will take that out. Let some skizzles. And look at all. Oh, he looks kind of curly. Like, look, he's got like a little curly hair instead. Oh, that's cute. I honestly feel like I could actually add in another row here because, like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel tight enough, and that's because I didn't freaking messed it up instead. So yeah, I think I'll do that. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't do that. I'm a goofball because I have the picture right here. Like, the pink is not supposed to go to the brown, so I won't do that then. Filling. All right, and the tiniest little blush. I'll be trimming that so it's not like out of place. That's the hope, at least. It might look out of place. Who knows? All right, where's that other hole here? Is that it? Yeah, there you are. 1 punch, 2 punch, 3, and then let's do a little 4. There we go. Look at that. Look at those little blush cheeks. Oh, now he's looking more like a cat. Now the question is, yeah, I should trim this so that there's more space for the white here. Yeah. Okay. No more punch. Goodbye, punch. Ah, yarn. That pink yarn just hates me, man. It just keeps sticking to everything I do. All right. So let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up to the light real quick so that I can see the outlines a bit more, so I can do these cuts. Yeah, okay. Okay, and then tap, 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 tap. Let's do the cheeks real quick. Oh, look at that. But I don't like this one. I like that part. But look at that little blush. Look at that little blush. Nah, I don't like the tapping. I like hitting it with my scissors more. It's too loud if I tap it to my desk. And I want chill vibes, not loud. Alright, let me see the light again. Alright. Man, it's really frayed. How did that happen? I'm not gonna shape it perfectly right now, but I'm just shaping it enough so that I can get the white in too. All right. Beat the devil at it. All right, light check. Whee! Yeah, no, I could trim some more off. Right. Beating him up time. No, you're not coming off all the way. All right, blow. Okay, that feels like enough space to add in the white stitches, and then hopefully this part will compress a bit with that. Look at all this yarn I'm murdering. Look at all that yarn I'm murdering. I swear, I could make like another stuffy out of this. Out of all of the yarn that I collect from this. That'd be kind of funny. I don't actually know how I would do anything with it. Plop. And I will do this one. Huh? How did there get a knot here? I don't want that in my yarn. Come on out. Come on. There we go. Now it's all frayed. Dang it. Well, at least you got through. Cha. Oh man. That was really frayed. Maybe I should just cut off that end. Because I don't want it to continue fraying. That would suck. Trust me, I've dealt with fraying yarn for like a punch needling thing, and that was a no-no. It was a no-no. We have been sacrificed. Alright, we are on the last color to punch. And then once we punch that, well, I mean, technically I need to shape him a bit more and then, do like the final loop stitches, but like after we're done with this round the body part, then we do lots of snipping and then the filing touches with some hot glue, which I don't think I want to use on stream, because the last time I used the hot glue gun, my fingers were covered and that was not fun. So I don't think hot glue gun will be featured in this stream. Not until, like, I get, like, a ginormous craft desk, which would be so cool, but I don't have that right now. under stitch. Man, the white really doesn't show up on... Oh, no, it does. I was just looking on the wrong side. I was like, man, the white doesn't show up because of my poor lighting. But no, it does. I'm just blind. Pretty blind? No way. Yes way. I have glasses. Not like on my model, but like, you know. Yeah. There was a spot I missed. There we go. Much better. I can feel it. I can feel like the resistance almost when I'm punching in between these two spots. Because like, yes, there is space. It's just such a tight fit. And that is a weird feeling to kind of feel. Like you're like, no, I'm punching into nothing, but there's that resistance there. That is, no. My yarn fell on the ground. That's sad. I don't like that problem. Yeah. There we go. Problem solved. Okay, rough outline of the cat. I am so bad at camera angles. Someday I will have a better like overhead camera. But yeah, we got the nice little antline. Definitely will need to add more here because that is lacking. But we're getting there. Yeah. Yarn. I wonder I'm gonna move the camera a little bit. Because, like, problem is, yeah, that would make it totally fall. You guys get to see the behind the scenes. Pruitii's camera is on top of a Doomslings box. Woohoo! But I'm wondering if that might make it a bit better. Let's try that. Because now it's a little bit more overhead and not exactly at an angle. But the box is still in the way. Okay, so I want to be able to. If I just keep fiddling with it, it's gonna fall. All right, I'll live with this for now. Someday, I'll have a different solution. Here's that resistance feeling again. There's not much space there. Yeah, see, look. Looks like I'm punching into just more fabric, but it's not. I promise. I almost poked my finger. Hold it too high. Ooh, you just got a really rare card in Pokemon TCG Pocket? Well, tell me. What card is it? Can't just leave it at super rare. I need to know. The Dialga Gold Full Art. Oh my gosh, yeah. That is extremely rare. Nicely done. Or well, congratulations, I guess, since it's more of luck than actually like a skill kind of thing. Unless you bought it with the coins. But I assume you just pulled it. You wanted the Cynthia full art? Understandable. Cynthia is pretty cool. And I think if I remember the art correctly, the art is really cool as well. Hey, Theron, if I ever get the Cynthia full art, I will trade it to you. I mean, like, I'll ever actually get it. I'm not that lucky. Yeah, Cynthia is pretty cool. Okay, now that I've gone around twice, I'm saving up a ton of pack points, so I'll probably get it that way. Alright, fair enough. Okay, I could probably do one more pass through for the leggies, and then I can't anymore afterwards. Because then I'll just not have enough space, I think. Kind of getting into the hang of finally like how high I need to lift it to accurately do the punches, which is nice. Like, it does require a bit more like pressure though that I'm pushing on. So like as I lift it, I'm still like pressing it down so that I can just scoot it over without it getting too high, which is like really neat. It gets it across, but it's also just like I have to really like push, and not having this taught enough is really difficult. Who would have thunk every single resource that I have found about punch needling or even embroidery saying, hey, make sure your fabric is nice and taut on the wheel or else you're gonna struggle. Is that a gap there? Oh, it is a gap. No. Hopefully it's not that bad of a gap on the other side. It probably isn't. Alright, the last pass for in between the legs. Let's make it a good one. So that it can be nice and fluffy and no longer just be a big piece of poop turd. Finger stretch. Oh, that was a good crack. No, Aaron, don't go on the ground. Okay, let's fill this area up too, because I'm not going to be able to really come back to this part super easily. So we're gonna just punch. Hey, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to come out. You're supposed to let me punch. There we go. Okay. And last in between the leggy. Okay, let's see. Oh, that looks so much more fluffy. Like, look, he actually looks like he has little paws. Yeah. I'll definitely need to do a lot of trimming, but like, it's starting to get there, right? Slowly. Just been having this ominously off screen, like ready for me to make a mistake or something. Oh, I'm noticing. Okay, I can. So what it looks like what I want to do is I can either like go to this side and then when I come back, cut it and just start over here, or I could go all the way over here, fill this all the way in, and then come back. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because that sounds like a fun challenge. Should have enough room in between. Yeah. Oh, you're not added on my friends list? Well, I'll show you the code, because I'm like super casual in playing. But I will share the code. Here, let me grab my phone. Do that now, because I will totally forget if I don't do it now. Oh, you started playing like last month? Gotcha. I started playing like when it first came out, and then I took a break for a while. Okay, I'll send it to you in a DM. There's Darren. Boop. There you go. Back to punching. Okay, got that side all nice and filled. Yeah, I mean, you could see it. It's just nowhere near as, like, visible it is in person. Oh. Silly little old web camera. I would love to... Okay, so I have, like, a fancy camera that I got from a family member. I don't think my idea for that is going to work, so I'm probably not going to use that one. But I could use like my tablet that I use for my facial capture when I actually have my model out, because like I'm not using it for crafts. I just need to figure out the fun complications of connecting an iPad to a PC computer. And I could not figure that out before this stream, so we're to this old web camera again. We're almost at the finish line. At least for punching. And then we have lots of cutting. Lots of cutting. Like, the punching is really satisfying for punch needling, but I also think I really like the cutting part too. Just because, like, it's so satisfying to watch the puff take shape. Like, look how puffy that is. And it's going to take shape and look like a cute little cat afterwards. And it's just, it's fun. The time for the snip snip is upon us. Yes. Snip snips. And then I can free this poor cat from the confines of this loop. And then we glue them, lots of glue off stream because I don't trust myself with a hot glue gun on stream. That would be a bad idea. I don't want to burn myself on stream. Alright, just get up more. Alright. I'm gonna keep that threaded because and remember that we will need to still do the just pure loop stitch there. But that will come after the snip snip. He's so fluffy. So fluffy. But now is like the fun part. Like, I can actually like really define his shape now. Wow, what happened over here? Wonder what happened there. Well. All right. For this, I will do it properly. At least the white. Because before you're shaping it, you're supposed to cut every single little loop. Like these little loops. You're just supposed to just trim them and cut them first before you actually shape it. So I'm gonna do that properly for the big part of the body, so. It's just a little difficult sometimes, finding loops. That was not a loop. He's becoming so shaggy. Not fluffy. I want him fluffy. I just thought of the stupidest idea of like getting two scissors and just going snip, 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 snip it at the same time, and I feel like I would cut myself if I did that. So no, probably not a good idea. Man, I really shaved down this little guy's ears. I mean, I think it will make for a nice effect that like his ears are being consumed by the pink, but it's also just, I really went to town on his ears apparently. The more you know. happened up here too. Some of these stitches I did are a little wonky. I mean, it's understandable, but I am no expert. Alright. Beat the devil out of it. He's so shaggy. Alright, you know what? No, I'm just gonna start cutting him my way. Because, like, I'm going to cut the loops anyways, but I'm going to shape him at the same time. It's optimal. Alright. That's gonna be tricky. I'll come back to that part later. Bum, 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 bum. Why? Why'd you do that? Ah! Look at him, he's covered. Okay, I'm gonna move my tiny little pile, so that he doesn't get covered in red again. Let's scoot this pile far away. There we go. Now I have more space. Now there's less fluff. I feel like he's chunkier on this side than the other side. That bothers me. So I'm gonna make him less chunky on this side. Yeah, that looks a bit more even to me. All right, now how am I gonna do this? Because it's not meant to be this far down. Hmm. If I just go at it like that, okay. Kind of just squamp, squamp. Little tip, get a small bin that's small enough to be on your desk for the little scraps. Mom has one in the craft area. That's genius. Your mom's a genius. I probably have a spare little bin around here that doesn't have holes. I wouldn't want one with holes, so that would be silly. Next stream, I will have that set up because that's a very, very good idea. Alright, I feel like his little toe beans are being covered too much. So let's trim that. Yeah, no, don't have holes in it. Maybe like a small bin. Yeah. I just have a lot of decorative bins that have holes in them. So, like, that's why I was saying, like, I wouldn't use one of my decorative ones for that. Because that would be a mistake. I would then have all of this on the floor in my office. I feel like I can shave this guy down a little bit now, too. It's not shaving, it's trimming, but... just a little bit to kind of make it look a little bit more defined. Yeah, I probably don't really need that big of a bin. I know I have one around the house. It's just, I want to finish the kitty, and then I will find the one around the house. It exists somewhere. I mean, like, if you never empty out the bin, like, it makes... or not never. Just, if you do a lot of crafts that require a lot of excess, like, that makes sense to have a bin that big, though. So... Alright, I think I got to beat the heck out of this little guy so we can see more of him. Violence! Goodbye, Scrap. Go away, Scrap. I don't need you here. Get off my gloves, too. Just go in your little pocket with your friends. Alright. So, I feel like I'm getting pretty close with shaping. It's really hard to tell, like, on stream, but you can see that there's kind of like this clear distinction texturally between the brown and the white up here. So what I got left to do is just trimming up the white a bit more to kind of make it a little bit more even. And then as well as trimming up the pink. Then maybe making the ears a bit smaller. And then, the toe beans. Like, the toe beans just don't look like toe beans. They just look like little paws, and that's fine. But I want to see if I can try to get my scissor in here. Ooh. No, I don't think that would work. I'd have to try that later. But yeah, it looks good so far. I agree. It looks very cute. He's very fluff. Very fluff. Scoot, scoot. Okay. Now it's time to work on this pink bit. And then I can be pretty much done with cutting. Okay. Let's see here. Actually, I think this strawberry needs to be trimmed a bit. Oh, but that's gonna be so difficult. Okay, you know what? The strawberry is just gonna stay there. Yeah, that looks more like an ear. Huzzah. Still a bit thick on this one. Yeah, that's a better ear. Ooh. I feel like the pink doesn't come down far enough on here. And it looks less like he's like drizzled with strawberry and more of like he has a strawberry type of hat. So I'm wondering if I should go in, kind of add a little bit more here. Mainly like right here. Mainly right here just feels so empty. But I'm not sure how I'd go about that because it's already filled up here. getting so much yarn in my nose. It's just flying everywhere. Yeah, I think I'm... Because it feels like it's so incomplete here. So I'm gonna try to add at least a little bit more here to kind of make it more of like a smooth arch. We'll see how well that goes. I haven't done this type of experimenting before, so we'll see. Okay. I'll leave that out because I know I need more. So let's start it here. And I wonder if I can kind of like do it in reverse. Not really. But I can flip-flop between this to see how it's going. Make sure I'm not like puncturing too far off. String move, string move! Didn't want to move. Man, that one was a hard one to push through. There must be a lot of fabric there. Okay. So how are we feeling about that? I feel like there still needs to be more right here. But a lot closer. So where is that? That is like right underneath the strawberry. So like where I'm poking. Okay, I see that. We're just gonna totally just scoot over in here. And add a bit more there. It's like I need to also just fill in up here a bit. Yeah, that looks a lot better to me. Looks a lot more full. A lot more... Wow, that was a hard punch. A lot more like a part of him rather than like a hat. So... Okay. Now I kind of have that idea. Where to go? Let's fill in this guy a bit more. But the problem is there's gonna be so much white there too. I wonder if I can really get in there and try to trim out those white parts. I bet I can. Just not entirely familiar with how that would work. And let's see. I kind of now want to fill in Liz a little bit more too. Ah! Perfectionist mode is turning on, guys. Don't mean it for it to turn on. It's just, I like having my crafts look good. That's all. Okay, how does that look? I definitely need to shape it back down, but yeah, I dig it. And I need to go to the other side. Alright, I'm just gonna cut for that one. What punk? We're gonna skedoodle on over here. Hello, other side. We are adding more pink. Okay, yeah, that should be good. And let's scoot you on over here and trim this a bit so it's less fluffy and more refined. So I can try to get those white ones hidden. Okay, let's bonk the heck out of you. Bonk, 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 bonk. And trim it a bit because you are very fluffy now. I mean, fluffy's nice, but no, I want you to look cohesive. Bonk, 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 bonk. Alright, I'm just gonna blow. Okie dokie. Definitely like that I added more pink. The question is though, like, I don't think I can go and undo the whites. I think I would have to like manually cut them like really deep inside of the yarn. And I'm not sure if I can do that. Let me lean over, get in gamer mode. Gamer mode for freaking punch needling. Alright, let's try over here. Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna work. I think I just have to accept that for him, he's kind of like glazed. It's not like a hat or anything. It's just like a little strawberry syrup. It's so you can see parts of the little guy coming. Yeah, I think that's what I have to accept. I mean, I can accept that. It's also just a little sad. So I think the next time I do any sort of like combination like that, where like this one is on top of this one, I need to do the white first and then the pink. Lessons. I should do a water break. That would be a smart idea. This is as good as I gonna do, except for a couple of tiny things. And then I'm gonna do the final stitches. And then our little guy is all done. Or at least for what I'm doing on stream. Because no thanks, Hot Glue Gun. No thanks. Okay, let's figure out how I want to try to do these toe beads. Because I want to try and give them some more definition. But I'm afraid if I cut into them, it's just going to remove too much fabric. So I think maybe I should just leave the toe beans be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave them be. Alright. Let's do the final loop stitches. Okay. Yapon. Okey-dokey. I'm gonna have to look at the picture to see because I can't see those lines. Can you? I can't. Okay, I need to trim these because they're gonna be so annoying if I don't. Okay, he's so fluffy on this one side, but you know, I'm not the biggest fan of having the loop stitch here, honestly. I think I might want to trim it. Because, like, okay, let's... It just... Like, looking at it head on, it just kind of feels like it's too much, you know? Kind of hides the cherry a bit, or strawberry. It makes me realize though that this part is insanely tall, so I'm gonna trim that before I even think about touching that. I mean, it kind of looks like whipped cream, but you get what, yeah, it's just a little too much. I think I'll still keep the principle of like the loop stitch, just make it a little bit more refined. A bit. Still need to make his forehead a little smaller. So, okay. What I'm gonna do is, let's see. So, no, stop scissors. So, like, still has that, like, whipped cream effect, but not, like, I don't know. Because I want it to have that texture. It's just, it feels like it's so, it hides the cherry, or strawberry so much. I don't know why I'm calling it a cherry. It's a strawberry. It feels like it hides it too much. And it could just be because I trimmed the strawberry a lot, but it also could be that I might have done too much of the loop needle. Maybe make the strawberry bigger. Yeah, I can try that. I can try adding some stitches here to kind of bulk up the strawberry a bit. Let's give that a whirl. Whole bunch of experimenting with this one. Thank you. Okay. Come on, needle. Man, that's a hard punch. Yeah, I can trim those, I think. Scissors. Hello, Spin. How's it going? We're working on this little strawberry cat and having a little bit of difficulties. Or, well, not difficulties, just experimentation. Nails looks like, thanks. I need them myself. Someday I'll do a nail art stream, but that day is not today. We are making a cute little cat. And we're letting the wow, perfectionist in me kind of take over a little bit. So many puffs. Okay. Feeling sleepy, gonna head to bed. Have a great rest of the stream. Thanks, Darren. Get some good sleep. You deserve it. I feel like if I just increase the height here a little bit, like, it'll look so much better. And I think that's what I'm going to do. After I trim some of these wily whites. Because they're a little bit wild. Are you ready for child banner? No. I just hope nobody that I care about is on there. But that's silly. It's heroes. When are they ever gonna do characters that I care about? It's not like they do them all the time. So, yeah. Are you ready for the child banners, Ben? If Rioma's on it? No. Gosh. I think a Fate's child banner would be super cool. But I have very little hope that they'll actually do that. Because it's Fire Emblem Heroes. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a Heroes child banner eventually. People are predicting it's Fates because no three houses are Valentia, giving them a genealogy. Their own second seasonal would never happen. Is that our binding? Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I'll probably be safe. Probably. Maybe. Who knows? Okay, once I shape that. Where's my scissors? I totally forgot heroes could happen, not gonna lie. I feel like most people would forget about it too. They'd be like, no, they wouldn't do that. Would they? And then they will. Okay, that's interesting that it worked out that way. Why did it do that? It's such a clear distinction between what I had just added versus what was originally there. It's like, I like that the strawberry's bigger now, but now I have a problem of like that clear like line. I think I just need to add more. Because if I add a little bit more, then I can kind of meld them together. So if I do something in between what I did and the original. I'm running out of red yarn. Yes. That's fine, I have plenty more. And then I just blend the heck out of these two. All I see is fuzz. Okay. I'm getting there. It's a little goofy right now, but I'm getting there. There we go. Now that's a bit more like a strawberry. Might need to like shape it down a little bit more, but like now it feels more of like icing at the bottom of a strawberry than like consuming the entire strawberry. I'm gonna add the last little bits and then I can be free from all of this fuzz. It's everywhere. And then I can show you guys like the final steps that I would do off stream because hot glue. Yeah. Littlest strawberry line. And then I'll do one more down here, I think. Put you. They kind of look goofy. I'm gonna trim them. That's the theme of tonight. This looks wrong. I'm gonna trim it. It's meant to be like a little strawberry seed. Not this goofy abomination. Alright. So, now, I'm gonna just tidy up a little bit, so I'm not entirely covered in yarn. And I can show you guys the steps after I'm all done punching and cutting. Well, actually, I can do one more technically, because it's the step like right before I glue. But what we do was we finally release him from his pain and suffering of the ring. And he's immediately gonna curl up. I know it. I can tell from just how the fabric is bending. So like, oh, he's actually not curling up as much as I expected. All right. So now he's free from his mortal. Oh, there it goes. I have a cat. I have a cat taco. Cat taco. Cat taco. Nom, nom, nom. So, okay. What'll happen is I got some felt, and pretty much, so the step that I need to do before the felt is I trim around here a bit more to make something that I can fold in, and then you'd see his like little paw right there. And once I fold these over and glue them down, I would then take this piece of felt and glue it here and do that final trim around to give the final shape. And then in that process, I would be creating a loop as well for the bell, the keychain aspect of it. And then I'd cut little holes on his face so that he can have his pearly eyes. That is totally not the spots that I'm putting them. I could just spread them more apart. Yeah, roughly there, something like that. I'll do later, but I'm just showing y'all what. Yeah, no, come back. Probably a little bit closer together, honestly. Come back. Yes, perfect. That's how his eyes will be. I love my little scrunchy kitty. No, I'm not actually gonna do that. That'd be silly. If I keep dropping this thing, I can't show you how he'll look with his little nosy too. Nails, work with me here. You're so helpful for a lot of crafts. Yeah, his nose is upside down. But that'll pretty much be it afterwards. And then he'll be done as a keychain. And once I do the hot gluing, I will post a picture of him on the server, the community or the server or whatever. But yeah, yippee! Kitty cat is done. Except for one more thing I can do on stream, which is trimming the fabric. But so as I do the trimming of the fabric, by the way, they posted when the Star Rail Live is going to be, and I'm excited for what they will announce. I am excited for a specific character. That's gonna be great. So cat taco. It'll be a cat taco for a little bit longer. I apologize, cat taco. Yeah. I can hold scissors. I promise. So I don't want to cut too much off, because I want to make sure that we can have it folded in and the stitches won't come out, you know? This poor cat keeps curling up. Stay flat, kitty cat. And then I also do cuts at joint points so that it can fold over. Did I do one for his ear? I did not. So I just fold it over, and then I glue it. And fold it over and glue. Fold it over and glue. Fold it over and glue. And eventually, he'll be like, kind of like that. Obviously not perfect, but like, you'll see none of the fabric. So yeah, happy little kitty is pretty much done. And he will be a taco until I finish him. Yay! So what I'm gonna do now is, so I'm gonna pause for a moment, so I can get another piece of fabric on, my hoop here. And what I'm gonna do as an experiment to end this stream is I'm gonna play a Fae map, and I'm going to draw like how many spaces of units that I move, and maybe I'll do the enemies too, because it'll be the backside that's drawn on, so if I don't like it, that's fine. And kind of just see where we go from there. So I will be back in maybe like 5 minutes. Yeah. Okie doke. I am back with some firework on here. And I guess I'm just gonna open up a heroes map just to kind of get it sketched out. Any recommendations for a map I should do? Let's not do a hard one because I'm going to be multitasking. Opening Faye as I type. Sharina yelled at me. Ha! That's what you get for playing with your phone on volume. Ha! Be like me. Be mute in every single game that you have on your phone. I assume one of the, yeah, I feel like one of those would be too much for my brain when I'm trying to also copy what I do on here. Okay, so as I think of a map, so what I want to do is twofold, and I'm gonna write this down here. So I want one color to be for movement. I don't really have a good pen to write on here yet. I'm just using this one for now. So I want another color to be for an attack. Because we're only tracking what my units does. And then we'll do assist. Just to kind of keep it more basic. And I'll pick colors in a moment. So let's see here. What map? You know what? I think I'm just gonna do one of the main story maps because like those aren't all that hard. Okay. So down here we have my units. So we have unit here. I wonder if those squares would be too big. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna use this section as my starting section for my units. There's 1, there's 2, and then there's 3, 4. It's not perfect, but it's workable. I'm not going to be showing heroes on my like as I'm doing it because I didn't set it up here. Yeah. And what's your favorite book? Oh gosh. I think book 5 with Veronica and Asker and Embla. I think. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 spaces. So this person went 1, 2, and 3. Stayed. Oh, that's book 6. Okay. They stayed. And then how do I do warping? How would I translate warping? Would I just have that as movement? So like, for example, unit here is gonna be warping over here to reposition. So It's not an assist, and to kind of keep it basic, I would count it as movement. So yeah, so we would go up 1, up 1, into your space. I'm drawing little arrows so that I know which way these guys are heading. There we go, that's better. And then to here. And then we'll do a little circle for repositioning. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Reposition, which takes this unit here, or well, to here, and then they're gonna dance.
Professor, I have something to ask you.
They're gonna dance. I'm not doing Canto, just for my sanity. Go up 1, 2, 3, and attack. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then there's an attack here. Do an X. I'm not doing Canto, fuck that. And then the last unit, 1 up. Oh gosh, that's gonna be... The more streams I have crossing is going to make it more difficult. So I wonder if I should have done each unit in a different color. Because what I was thinking of doing is having this unit go over here and dance. I'm using my Azura team. Like, straight up, this is my Azura team. I'm gonna grab a colored Sharpie. Or 4 colored Sharpies. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Obviously, I think for like a normal map, I would not be fiddling around so much with this, but like I want to have a good proof of concept here. So we're gonna do base Azura as this blue color. Nope. This turned into Hatari Azura because base Azura is the one who went there. Okay, so Hatari. I mean, not Hatari. Wow, I know my Azuras. This is Performing Arts Azura, which is totally not the color I would have given her. We'll use the purple as base Azura. 2, 3, and stop. So Azura's up 1, 2, 3, and then stop. And then she goes up 1, up 2 to attack. Okay, so this is... I'm going to mix this up. And then, we'll just use neon pink for, legendary. So she moves up. It's reposed, so she moves up 1, and then dances. Now she's stuck here. Okay, and then we're gonna use this one, orange, for Hatari Azura. So now, we can kind of work with this. So we go, yeah, let's go across the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, dance. And she was here, so 1, 2, 3, then dance. And she's going to stay where she is, which takes you warp again. Whee! If I warp, huh? Okay, I think I want to go one up, left one, right, or left one, left two, up one. So up one, left, left, up. Okay. So up one spot, left, left, and then up. Then you stopped. Okay. There's a method to my madness. I look like I'm a football coach doing football coaching. Oh, look, everybody died. Everyone attacked the Azuras and died. Okay. So then maybe instead of individual colors for the movement types, I do different shapes. Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna go and get some colors. We're gonna make this theory work. Wee, colors! Okay. I have my color bag. Alright. So, let's actually get proper colors for these guys. So, let's see here. I feel like, okay, let's do Performing Arts Azura first. I feel like she should be like a dark purple. Yeah? Yeah, to kind of match her outfit. And then, maybe Legendary we do white. So, Performing Arts Azura, Legendary. Base Azura, I mean, we could just do the standard light blue. No, don't come out of your little holder. Please don't come out of your little holder. So we can do the standard light blue. And that leaves us with what color I should do Hatari Azura. Maybe gold. Maybe gold. Yeah. How's that color story? How am I liking that? Only one I'm not sold on is the purple. Maybe I can just do a dark blue instead. Like a bright blue. No, that's worse. That's worse. Digging through the yarn bag, digging through the yarn bag. What color will we find? I have so much fucking yarn. No, the yarn escaped. The yarn escaped. Okay. I think I'm gonna stick with the purple. Alright. Let's see if this works. Who do I start with? I think I start with Hatari Azura because she has the least amount of movement. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because this is not meant to be 100% accurate to what I just played in Fae, but like a representation of it. Vocation. But now the question is, what shapes do I do for the things? Like, movement I can just do lines. I mean, I could try doing a musical note. I think I would have to do a different stitch for that. Okay, let's see here. So Hataru Azura started here, so let's kind of do a circle. And I'm just realizing I did it the wrong way again. I was supposed to... I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fix this first. Forgot. This is the side I need to cut, and the other side is the one that I need to punch if I'm doing any sort of loop. Once. Silly me, silly Pruitii. Okay. I flip. This is very chaotic, but I'm glad I'm trying this out before actually, like, trying it, like, with 3 houses, because I feel like that'll be such more of a mess. It gives me a good starting point. Let's make sure this is taut. Yeah! Too taut. Because I don't want to distort what I had drawn. Just want to make it snug. Yeah, that should be plenty snug. It's not perfect, it's a trial. Let's try this again. Okay, so we're gonna do... So here's where she dances. Well, technically she was here when she danced because she moved over and... No, she moved up one to dance. Right? Yeah, because she moved here. Yeah, so she was here when she danced. So, straight line. Okay, I think I have an idea. No, I can't do the starting point because I'm covering the starting points. Ah. That's fine. I get this. Right now, we're just gonna do a big old line. And then I will do special indications for each spot that was moved. After I do the lines. Being super lazy with it. Because I want to just get a proof of concept and see if it actually could, like, look okay. Okay, so that's the first part of movement. And then what I'm gonna do is, okay, so this is where she moves into a new space. New space. Man, I'm just not getting enough urine out. To make that distinction. And I can trim that too. So that was 1, 2. Wait, did I fuck that up? I think I did. Oh well. Because there were 3 spaces here, and this is where she went to dance. So that's where that movement ends. Oh, come on, you're getting enough fabric. Stop doing it. I know I'm being lazy. I'm not being lazy. I'm expediting my punches. Okay. So the first line of movement is done. I will trim that a bit so that you can see clear lines. And then I need to do something here to show the dance. What if I save that or make that a smaller loop? What I can do is make this really tiny so that I can also go from here, because it'll be like a flat stitch then. So where did she stopped there. So here is where she danced. The needle! It was eaten! Oh no. Come back, needle. Come back. Alright, I get that. I made it a little too short. So if I just fill in this spot. Oh, that's still too short. Okay. How about this? Is this better? I punched my finger. Why is it doing that? Okay, before I actually do more of that one, I'm gonna trim this section real quick so that I can actually like oh, you can't see the trims. Silly me. Okay, I don't like the little lines that I did. It just makes it look so chunky. So I'm just gonna make it all one straight little line. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, it's good enough so that I can actually like punch the rest of Hataria's, or at least. Okay, what is up? Whoa, what the? My yarn got cut in half just by me punching. That's weird. Well, let's try that again. For the third time. Oh, come on. What is up with this spot? This spot's like cursed. I mean, I know I've punched through it a couple of times, but it shouldn't be to the point where I can't get anything through.
I feel like I had a wonderful dream, but I can't recall it now.
Okay,
Call me if you can't sleep.
so I'll come back to the
Up to you.
Hatari. The stupid spot. The stupid spot is being stupid. Yeah, back to the other side. Okay, so we could do okay, so we could do Legendary Azura next. Maybe. No, let's just do base Azura. she's the simple one. She's just a straight line for a while. So I think if I do this for like an actual Fire Emblem game, not just Heroes, I need to come in with a better plan. Because like I think it's feasible. It's just I right now am struggling to make a plan for it succeed. Oh my goodness. Go through. Definitely would need to like simplify it for like an actual Fire Emblem game. Because yeah, I'm gonna notice a problem already. I'm gonna have a hard time remembering movement spaces. We thankfully won't have like reposition skills, so it's gonna be basic. Yeah, so that's why I'm probably just gonna keep it stupid right now, because I won't really need to do all that much. And like when I actually do it, like with a game, I will not be using different colors for different characters because that would be too many colors and too much switching. I don't have enough punch needles for that. And I'm thinking I was just taking it a bit too literal. Like, this is supposed to be an interpretation of how the battle looked. It's not supposed to be every single movement and every single death and whatnot. It's an interpretation. And I think I was getting a little too focused on being like, yeah, I want to show off exactly what happened, rather than artistic stuff. Yeah, I'm just only gonna make these 2 lines that are too wide. Still think it would be smarter to do the streams separate than run stream and maybe drawing the lines. Yeah, I worry that I would forget too much about exactly what happened in the map. Not 100% sure on that because, like, you know, I would need to actually like experiment with it more. Okay, bases are as done. I will trim these now because remember, I learned my lesson. Yep. Well, that's the VOD for. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And plus, I got you guys. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you guys will help me remember when I don't remember things. Very rough idea. And then, all right, let's do performing arts Azura because she's the one who went wee everywhere on the map. Because, okay, so I'm not gonna fill this spot in because I need this spot here for legendary Azura. Because a legendary Azura was repoed from here to here. So yeah, I should definitely do performing arts Azura first. Okay. Alright, performing arts Azura, you ready to go wee? Go wee, performing arts Azura, go wee! And knock over my threading hook. Ooh, now the question is, maybe should I do like 1 punch in between to kind of denote that they crossed streams? At least for the color, like multicolored one. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna at least punch this one all of the way. Maybe make it a little bit thicker too. And then we're gonna do a single punch in between. And then we're gonna keep going. not sure the single punch was worth it. It really didn't do all that much. I don't know. We'll see. Then she went, ooh, idea. I only do a single line while she's sharing with the same movement as performing or legendary Azura. So then it kind of melds the colors together a bit. No, there was a skip. Come back. Yeah. Now I can go back to 2. Oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? This fabric sucks. I'm not even like punching all that hard, and it's making these ginormous holes. So like it makes it so hard for me to actually keep the yarn in. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Stop it. Stop getting stuck. I'll just go back over. I am not making this look nice. I am just making it look practical. And it's not punching through. Wow, this fabric is a piece of poop. Like, what the heck? Maybe I didn't make it taut enough, but I'm pretty sure I did. Because I'm hearing that satisfying punch sound. It's just... it's fabric. Shit. That's the end of her movement, but I also need to thicken up this section right here before she crossed paths. Okay. Alright, performing arts Azura's movement is done. It certainly looks funky. So let's try and thin it up, I guess. Or maybe I should thin it up after I do Legendary Azura's, because she's gonna be in the same spots. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Me think sounds good. Alright, wait. Oh, and then she would be the last one. Oh. Oh. Well, look at you. I still have the gold out for performing it. Or Hatari Azura. Why do I still have the gold out? I don't know. Who knows anymore? Okay. Oh yeah, that's why I saved you for last, because the fabric is poop here. There we go. If I go slow, this fabric's fine. But if I go fast at all, this fabric's like, kill me, I'm gonna make holes everywhere. Ah! That's my accurate rendition of this fabric. And we thicken up over here a little bit more. Okay. Oh, I left the gold up because it's not wrapped up. Okay. So let's trim this a bit and see what we've got. Because I like cut pile the best. Cut pile is great. It makes everything look so fluffy. Man, what was the movement here? Oh, there's a space there. Ah. I cut off too much of Hatari's performing its Azura. I am so good at remembering the Azura names. So good. Much wow. Boop, boop, boop. I boop boop booped so hard, my nail popped off. Huh. Well, now I shouldn't boop 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 so hard, I guess. But too bad. Rip nail. I'll put it back on later. dropped it. Okay, I think that's enough cutting. Except, right here, because it's just bothering me. And it's not straight. I mean, it's not gonna be straight because I didn't punch it straight. So, this is, wow, look at all that fuzz. Oh man, I'm just gonna be fuzz queen. That's gonna be fun to clean up later. I bonked my camera. So this is a basic idea of what it would be. Man, the white just does not show up. It's so blown out on here, but I promise the white's right here. So I wonder if drawing a grid on here would be beneficial for larger maps so that I could actually like follow a grid rather than abstract lines. Kind of jiving with the different colors. I don't think I would do this many different colors, at least while I'm starting. That was gonna be my suggestion to you after stream. Yeah, I think grids, like, I had considered it. I was like, is it worth it? That's why I wanted to do this trial with Faye, because like Faye is such a smaller scale. It would give me a good understanding of like strengths and weaknesses. I have thoughts that I was going to share later. Well, thoughts would be greatly appreciated, Jilly, and anybody else who's watching this afterwards. Because I think this has potential. I just need to have a bit more structure with it, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to put this away so that I can think about it. And we will just end the stream by looking at the strawberry cat who's puffed up. But yeah, that was we finished our first craft for the streams that we were doing, so yay. The next stream, I don't know what will be. I mean, it could be more just basics, not basic stuff, but like I draw something and I punch it, maybe like the Fire Emblem or Azura or something, I don't know. Or it could be a Fire Emblem if I figure that out. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and make sure you drink water and keep fighting your battles. Bye-bye.